E-King Fight News here, reporting on apparently Fight Hype as a source that, according to their standards, their source can't be wrong, right? Because if their sources are wrong, that means they're mediocre. They have homemade news. Apparently, according to Fight Hype, if one of your sources is wrong, you're just completely um, non-credible to the to reporting boxing news. So, if you know what I mean, fucking fucking Ben Thompson, get him the fuck out of here. But according to Ben Thompson, source says Timothy Bradley is Manny Pacquiao's choice, thanks to Juan Marquez and the Mayweather factor. Um, you know, the more interesting part about this is Michael Conk's quote. He said he met at Aram's house this afternoon, but nothing is final as Manny Pacquiao and I are looking at all their options. So Michael Conk said it's either going to be Provodnikov or Bradley, and we'll let Manny decide. We'll get a deal made with whomever he chooses, and hopefully they'll make an announcement by the next week. Now, now get your freaking uh, quotation marks ready because this is what the source had to say. One of Ben Thompson's sources. So we'll see how freaking credible this Ben Thompson has with his sources. The guy who sucks cock on a daily basis. Um, the source basically said that they're going with Tim Bradley. Um, Evidently, neither guy is a big draw, but with Bradley, they can at least bank on the history between Bradley and Pacquiao. They love to bring up the fact that Bradley got a controversial victory, that a lot of people thought Pacquiao won, and it's an easier sell. And from the top rank perspective, uh, their last, uh, you know, in terms of Manny Pacquiao's best results, it was against Juan Marquez and Tim Bradley. You know, those were his two best pay-per-view outings in recent memory, and they did big numbers. And Manny Pacquiao hasn't put up those numbers as of yet. So that says a heck of a lot. And Tim Bradley's done big ratings on HBO Boxing. So considering that, it could translate into bigger pay-per-view buys than a Manny Pacquiao versus Ruslan Provodnikov, who's really been seen twice on HBO, and definitely gained a sizable fan base, but he just hasn't been exposed to that pay-per-view level yet. And I'd love to see him get there. I'd love to see him get Manny Pacquiao. And I think that there's a decent chance that could happen. However, if this is true, it looks like Manny Pacquiao is turning a corner and taking a step towards greatness. He knows he can't avenge the Juan Marquez loss, and he wants to get back in there and avenge one of his losses. And it looks like Tim Bradley's that other guy that got the best of him, and he wants to show the world that he's the better fighter. And I hope that's true. I really do. I hope um, he has the desire to come back and take on a guy like Tim Bradley, who's a great champion in his prime, and he's at an all-time high, beating someone that Manny Pacquiao has really never been able to beat that convincingly. So overall, this is an excellent fight. Um, I've been looking forward to a rematch ever since the first fight. I've I've been looking forward to that real closure. No matter who gets robbed, the truth always comes to the light, right? And I think Tim Bradley, he doesn't have to take this fight, but if he does, it'll show you he's a true champion, and it'll show you that both of these guys want to prove they're the best. and they they gotta close the chapter on this one. Manny Pacquiao versus Tim Bradley. I think that's the direction we're heading into. And although Ruslan is an interesting opponent for Pacquiao, um, and money wise, that might appeal more to Bob Arum. However, you can't put a price on big numbers. You know what I mean? Like if you know you have an event that's going to do 1 million buys, why would you split it up and have two events that maybe one will hit 500K and the other one will hit 400K again, right? You know, would you rather do 1 million buys or would you rather do two events that may or may not add up to 1 million buys? However, there's no guarantee that Manny Pacquiao versus Tim Bradley does 1 million buys. There's no guarantee. Um, there's a good chance that it can hit that mark. However, it still remains to be seen. However, considering the heat that uh, that fight got in the aftermath, I think it would be a good sell. And there's a lot of directions Top Rank can go with Manny Pacquiao, but if it really is Manny Pacquiao's choice, I think he will choose Bradley. So let me know what you guys think it is what it is. Peace out. Take care.